of impeding his ability to execute the political will of the American people who elected him all fall into one of three buckets: firing cases, money cases, national security cases. Here I'll explain why all the lawsuits in that first bucket, the firing cases, are utter trash, and I'll do it in less than 3 minutes. All of these firing cases involve people who believe Trump fired them unlawfully and who want the federal district courts to issue injunctions ordering Trump to give them back their jobs. For a court to issue a lawfully enforceable injunction, it needs three things. First, it needs jurisdiction, the authority to hear the case at all. Second, the plaintiff asking for the injunction has to be able to show both irreparable harm and likelihood that they'll win on the merits. Spoiler: none of these firing lawsuits filed against Trump in federal district court have any of these three elements: jurisdiction, irreparable harm, or likelihood to win. First, jurisdiction. Federal district courts do not have unlimited jurisdiction to hear cases. They have only the jurisdiction that Congress allows them. Here, Congress has removed from the district courts the jurisdiction to hear employment disputes and moved that jurisdiction to the Merit Systems Protection Board. So none of these federal district courts even have the fundamental jurisdiction, the legal authority required to hear these firing cases in the first place. Second, the injunction requirement of irreparable harm. Irreparable harm is harm that cannot be compensated for with money. Wrongful termination cases are resolved by payment of money. Because every one of these firing cases can be made good with money, every one lacks the irreparable harm required for an injunction. So no lawful injunction can be issued. Third, the injunction requirement of likelihood to win. What these firing cases are seeking is to have the court order President Trump to rehire these people, a court-compelled delegation of his executive authority. There exists zero law that allows an Article III judicial branch court to order any president to delegate the executive authority that the Constitution bestows solely to the president against his will. It is therefore constitutionally impossible to conclude that anyone demanding such a severe and fundamental violation of the separation of powers doctrine is likely to win on the merits. So of the three elements required for a federal district court to issue a lawful injunction: jurisdiction, irreparable harm, and likelihood to win, none of these three elements are to be found in any of the firing lawsuits filed against President Trump for the purpose of impeding his ability to execute the political will of the American people who elected him. And there you go, why the firing lawsuits against